right, good morning, everyone. Drop your questions in chat right away. Going to be a little shorter today. Right off the bat, if you're curious, I know some of you have been following along on social media. 75 Hard by Andy Frisella. Today's the 25th day. I'm going to do a recap on my personal social media tomorrow, midday, if you want to ask some questions, if you're kind of curious about it. But the biggest reason I bring that up is I am starving. Okay, you gotta do 2 45-minute workouts every day. I do one in the morning, one in the afternoon, and I had a bunch of busy work this morning. I didn't eat my 6 poached eggs yet. I have them sitting out on the counter, ready to devour them. And listen, you can be like, well, Tim, we don't care if you're hungry. Well, hey, man, it's free, okay? Pre-market prep is free. So if you want to yell at me because I'm starving to death, because I have a 45-minute webinar with the SteadyTrade team at 9 a.m., here's a suggestion. Join the SteadyTrade team, okay? 45-minute webinar at least at 9 a.m. So if you want to whine about me being hungry, feel free to whine. I will drink your tears. Those are delicious tears. Those are quite possibly the most delicious tears I have ever tasted. All right, that being said, SPRT is the number one swing if you were on. Speaking of free, if you were on the weekend watch list, I broke this down, StocksToTrade.com/watch list. I told you the how, the why, Wall Street bets, heavily shorted, low float, holding up. There's a million boxes checked on SPRT. This is my number one to manage this swing. My goal is 12 plus on this. The idea is just kind of let this work through the day. And then speaking of the SteadyTrade team, last night we did a breakdown of PXLW. I always bring up the sheets for you, even though I know you can't read it. But this checked a lot of boxes. The biggest thing I didn't like about PXLW last night, big move last night. Usually I don't like to enter these stocks up. It was up 30% yesterday. But beautiful breakout. I mean, this thing hit 7.8. You're talking 15-year highs on PXLW. So, excuse me, standard approach to swing trades like this. Week open red to greens, afternoon VWAP holds. So let's get to some those are my two mains. Let's get to some questions. BPTH, one of the BPTH, one of the great short squeezes of past. I still remember BPTH. When would it have been? 2019? I remember the days. Yes, 2019. March of 2019. Back in the good old days. Back in the good old days when they would let us travel. We could go places and meet people. I still remember the Traders Expo in March of 2019. Maybe some of you were there. Maybe I met some of you. Broke this thing down live on the stage at the Marriott Marquis in Times Square. Back when we could go out and we could see people. Anyway, former low float squeezer from 2 years ago. It also ran as recently as February. It's got a BSPR. This is a dip and rip all day, baby. So BPTH, let it set the top and dip and rip all day. Probably number one sketch stock today. Masaru asked about Oxy. Is Oxy in play today? Yeah. Slow mover. Let me get to a 1 year. So I do think, no offense, Masaru, but you just got a brick wall of resistance on this. So I don't really see anything here. Now, one thing I do want you to keep an eye on is, when we talk about coming hot sectors, I do think oil and gas is going to be hot. We got a disaster with foreign policy. We have a disaster of military intelligence. We have a disaster in supply chain management. Get ready. I mean, listen, if you're planning, like, if you've got a birthday coming up, I would suggest to all your family and friends to get you gas cards or something. Hey, go on down to the local gas station, buy me a gas card, because it's gonna get bad. Everything pointing towards higher. I don't have enough time to go over the military intelligence fails, the foreign policy fails, the supply chain fails. It's bad. It's bad. Gas cards for Christmas, baby. I might have. Is that domain available? Gas card. Somebody register gascardsforchristmas.com. Anyway, Aubrey asks about PXLW. Aubrey, love PXLW. Glenn Baker says, what about GRNQ? Man, GRNQ, why do people keep asking about this? It can't get over $1. This thing, until this can get over $1, quit. Give up on GRNQ, okay? I get it. You might be bagged from last week. Listen, this was a nice setup on Friday, but it failed late day on Friday, and then couldn't break out yesterday, gapping down today. I don't know what you're looking at. Can you please review Kara? Yes, I will, and then we're going to move on. So Kara is, nice, filled the gap nicely. High price. This is what I would call a high price dip and rip. So we had a 3:45 p.m. press release. So high price dip and rip. Breakouts over 19, particularly in the afternoon. So, all right, everyone. Check out the SteadyTrade Team. If you didn't like the fact that I only was here for 10 minutes, I don't know what to tell you, man. I did 3 webinars yesterday, 9 a.m., 3:30, and 6 p.m., okay? So with the SteadyTrade Team, I start my day bright and early in the morning. Last night, I finished my day at 6:30, 6:45 p.m., okay? I give all I got. Now, you might not like what I got to say, but I give everything I got. 15 years of day trading experience, a passionate love of teaching. If you've listened to the podcast, you know there's nothing I love more than helping others and helping others pursue my passion. My passion my entire life, starting in 4th grade, okay? You can listen to the podcast and hear the story. I've had a lifelong interest in finance. I do not know why, but it has been my passion, and helping others learn this stuff, helping others learn my passion is my passion. Whoa, I don't know if that worked. Anyway, have a great day, my friends. I got to go eat before I tip over because I got another workout today. 75 hard. Check it out. It's exciting. I like it. I'm a third of the way in and liking it more every day. And have a good day.